today we are going to look at monohybrid crosses, genetics and inheritance, grade 12, life sciences, part 2 of 12. Monohybrid cross is a genetic cross where only one characteristic or trait is being studied. So, mono means one. We are going to see dihybrid cross in which two different characteristics are being studied. We are going to see that in part 8 of 12. Okay, for now, we are looking at monohybrid cross, which is a genetic cross where only one characteristic or trait is being studied. Mono means one. Okay, so examples of monohybrid cross. Okay, you are looking at the color of flowers only. You are trying to cross plant and see how the colors of flowers are inherited. Okay, so this is one characteristic, the color of flowers. Another example can be the shape of seed only. Okay, one characteristic. So you are trying to see how round seeds or wrinkled seeds are inherited. So you have one characteristic, which is the shape of seed only. Another example can be the height of plant only. You are trying to see how tall plant can be inherited or short plant can be inherited. So you are looking at one characteristic only. Okay, the height of plant only. You also have to know that in heterozygous condition, the dominant allele is always written first using an uppercase letter, and the recessive allele is written after using a lowercase letter. Okay, in heterozygous condition. Example, you have an uppercase T and a lowercase t. The letter which is written using an uppercase letter represents the dominant allele and it is written first. The second letter, which is written using a lowercase letter, represents the recessive allele. You are going to have this in heterozygous condition. Hetero means different. Okay, you have an uppercase letter and a lowercase letter. So let's see the types of dominance. We have complete dominance. It is a genetic cross where the dominant allele blocks the expression of a recessive allele in the heterozygous condition. Okay, we are going to see this in part 3 of 12. In this video, I'm going to show you some examples of complete dominance. Another type of dominance is incomplete dominance. This is a genetic cross between two phenotypically different parents, produces offspring different from both parents but with an intermediate phenotype. We are going to see this in 4 of 12. Okay, so phenotypically different means the physical appearance is different. Okay, we are going to see this in 4 of 12. Another type of dominance is codominance. This is a genetic cross in which both alleles are expressed equally in the phenotype. We are going to see this in 5 of 12. Now, let me show you the format to use for the genetic cross. You're always going to start with the phenotype. Okay, you start with the phenotype, you end with the phenotype. Okay, you start with the phenotype, you end with the phenotype. Okay, like this. You start with the phenotype, you end with the phenotype. And in between phenotypes, you are going to have genotype and genotype. Okay, so you have this. So in between genotypes, you are going to have the genetic makeup going through meiosis. And then through meiosis, the gametes are going to be produced. And then the gametes are going to go through fertilization so that they can combine, and then you are going to have a genetic makeup. So this is P1, okay, parent generation. And then F1, F for filial. Filial is another word for offspring, okay. We are going to see how to use this, okay. Let's move on. Okay, let's do some examples. Example number 1. In humans, the ability to roll the tongue is due to a dominant allele, a man who is heterozygous for tongue rolling, and a woman who cannot roll a tongue have children. Use the symbols capital letter T and lowercase t for the alleles of the tongue rolling characteristic and represent a genetic cross to determine the possible genotypes and phenotypes of the children. Okay, solution. You are going to use this format from the previous slide. Okay, you know how to get it. So you have P1, parent generation, okay, phenotype, parent generation, phenotype, okay, phenotype is about the physical appearance. So you have a man who is heterozygous for tongue rolling. Okay, the man can roll the tongue. Okay, the man is a tongue roller. And the woman who cannot roll a tongue. Okay, non-tongue roller. Okay, you have the physical appearance, the phenotype. Okay, pheno for physical appearance. Okay, physical appearance, phenotype. Now, you are going to have the genotype. Okay, the genetic makeup. Okay, the man is heterozygous. You are told to use capital letter T and lowercase t. Okay, the man is heterozygous, meaning two different alleles. So you are going to have this. You have a capital letter T and the lowercase t. Okay, heterozygous. Now, the woman cannot roll a tongue because the woman cannot roll a tongue. So for the woman, the genotype, the genetic makeup, you are going to have this. Okay, so the woman has got two recessive alleles for the woman to be non-tongue roller. Okay, the woman cannot be this. She's going to be tongue roller. If she got this, she cannot be this. She's going to be tongue roller. Okay, homozygous tongue roller, heterozygous tongue roller. So the woman, she's this two recessive alleles. Okay, she doesn't have a dominant allele because if she got a dominant allele, this the capital letter T, she's gonna be a tongue roller. For the woman to be a non-tongue roller, you must have two of these. Okay, so this is the genotype for the woman. Okay, the genetic makeup. Okay, so we carry on. Now you are going to have meiosis. So you are going to have this and this. They will go through meiosis so that the gametes can be produced. Okay, you are using this format. Now they are going to separate through meiosis. Okay, so that you can get the gametes. Okay, they have to separate. So you are going to write them apart. You can draw circles around them so that you can show that they are separated. You can do this if you want. Okay, so these are gametes. Now, the gametes are going to go through fertilization so that you can have the genotype of the offspring. Okay, filial one, offspring. Okay, F1, genotype. You are going to have your genotype for the offspring. Okay, let's cross. So you are going to start with this. Okay, you cross with this. Now you have this. Okay, this and this. You have this. Always write the dominant allele first whenever you have heterozygous condition. The dominant allele is always written using a capital letter. The recessive allele is always written using a lowercase letter. So always write the dominant allele first whenever you have heterozygous condition. Okay, so you carry on. Now you are going to take this, you cross with this. Okay, you are going to have this. Okay, this and this. Always write the dominant allele first. Okay, so you are done with this. Now you are going to take this. Okay, let me do this. Now you are going to take this. You cross with this. Okay, you are going to have this, this and this. Okay, and then now this and this. You are going to have this. Okay, this and this. You have this, this and this. You have this. Okay, so let's carry on. Now you have the genotype of the offspring. Okay, you can give the genotype like this, or you can give them like this. They are the same. And these two, they are the same. Okay, or you can give as percentage. Okay, you have two of these. Okay, 2 over the total number, 2 over 4 times 100. You are going to have 50% of these. Okay, you also have these two, they are the same. Okay, 2 over the total number. Okay, over 4 times 100. You are going to have 50% of these. If they ask you to give percentage, you can give percentage, or like this. Okay, this and this, they are the same. Okay, you can give your answer like this, or like this, or as percentage. Now we are done with the genotype of F1. Now the phenotype of F1. Okay, the phenotype of F1, the physical appearance. Now from this, you have 2 tongue rollers and 2 non-tongue rollers. So you can give your answer like this, or as percentage. Okay, 50% tongue rollers and 50% non-tongue rollers. Or you can give the ratio. The ratio is 2 is to 2. Okay, 2 is to 2. Or you can simplify. You divide by 2. You are going to have 1 is to 1. So you can give your answer like this, or like this, or as a ratio. Okay, depending on the question, you are going to give what they want from you. You can also answer this question like this, using a Punnett square. Okay, so up to this level, you are going to do what we have done. Okay, this up to this level. Now, at fertilization, you are going to have your Punnett square. at fertilization. Okay, you're going to have your gametes. You have the gametes from one parent. Okay, and this side you have the gametes from another parent. Okay, this is one parent and this is another parent. Okay, now you are going to cross them, this and this. Okay, you start, let me show you. You start with this, you cross with this. Okay, okay, always write the dominant allele first. Okay, so you are done with this. You are going to take this, you cross with this one, you are going to have this. Okay, you are done with this. Now you are going to use this. Okay, this with this, you are going to have this. Okay, always write the dominant allele first. Okay, this and this, you have this. Now this and this, you are going to have this. Okay, now from here you are going to do the same. Okay, F1, the genotype. Okay, and the phenotype. Okay, so you have the same. You can give your percentage for the genotype if you want. Okay, you can also give the percentage for the phenotype and the ratio for the phenotype. Depending on the question, you are going to give what they want. Okay, now example number 2. Okay, fur color in mice is controlled by a gene with two alleles. A homozygous mouse with black fur was crossed with a homozygous mouse with brown fur. All offspring had black fur. Using the symbols capital letter B and lowercase b to represent the two alleles for fur color, show diagrammatically a genetic cross between a mouse that is heterozygous for fur color and a mouse with brown fur. Show the possible genotypes and phenotypes of the offspring. Okay, so you are going to use this format. Remember from the previous slide. Okay, solution. You are going to start with P1. Okay, phenotype. So the question is, show diagrammatically a genetic cross between a mouse that is heterozygous for fur color and a mouse with brown fur. Okay, show the possible genotypes and phenotypes of the offspring. When you start from the start, fur color in mice is controlled by a gene with two alleles. Okay, a homozygous mouse with black fur was crossed with a homozygous mouse with brown fur. Let me show you. So, a homozygous mouse with black fur was crossed with a homozygous mouse with brown fur. The result is all offspring had black fur. Okay, when brown is crossed with black, the result is black. So, from this, you can tell that black is dominant. You can see all offspring had black fur. This is the result. Okay, so black is dominant over brown. Brown is recessive. When you carry on, you are told using the symbols capital letter B and lowercase b to represent the two alleles for fur color. So, because black is dominant, you are going to use this for black. Okay, capital letter B for black, and brown is not expressed. So brown is recessive. You are going to use a lowercase b for brown. Now the question starts from here. Show diagrammatically a genetic cross between a mouse that is heterozygous for fair color. You are going to have this, okay, and a mouse with brown fur. So you cross with a mouse with brown fur. You must have two recessive alleles, okay? So this is brown. This is not present in this, because if you have this capital letter B present in this, the outside appearance, the physical appearance will be black fur. So for you to have brown fur, which is recessive, you must have two recessive for you to have a mouse with brown fur. Okay, because this is recessive, this is dominant. Okay, the dominant allele blocks the recessive allele. So when you carry on the phenotype, you are crossing heterozygous. So this is black fur. Okay, you're crossing with brown fur. Okay, you can have a cross there. Now you are going to have the genotype. So this is the genotype for this mouse and for this mouse. Okay, and then you are going to have meiosis. Okay, this is going to go through meiosis so that the gametes are produced. So through meiosis, this is going to separate. So you are going to have this. Okay, they separate through meiosis so that the gametes can be produced. Okay, you have your gametes. You have to write them apart. So you can write like this, or you can put them in circle because they are separate. Okay, they separate through meiosis. Through meiosis, now you have the gametes. Okay, so now you're going to have fertilization. They will go through fertilization so that you can have now the genetic makeup for F1, offspring. Okay, filial 1, offspring generation. So you have F1 genotype. Okay, now you're going to start. Let me show you. You start with the first one. You cross with this. You're going to have this. Okay, this and this. Okay, you have this and this. You get this. You carry on. Now you still take this. Now you're going to cross with this. Okay, you're going to have this. Okay, when you cross this with this, you have this. You are done with this. Now you're going to start with the second gamete. Okay, let me erase this. So now you're going to start with this. Okay, you cross with this. You have this. Okay, you carry on. You cross now with this. You have this. Okay, you can see that. Let me erase everything that I have on the slide. Okay, so this can also be written down like this. Let me show you. Or you have two of these, they are the same. So you can write like this. Okay, and two of these, they are the same. Okay? Or you can write as percentage. You have two of these, they are the same, 2 over the total number, okay, 4 times 100, so that you get your percentage. So this is 50%, okay? So you have 50% of this, okay? And this, you have two of them, 2 over 4, okay? The total, 2 over 4 times 100, you are going to have 50% again of this, okay? Now, the phenotype, okay? Phenotype. Now, you have 2 mice with black fur and 2 mice with brown fur, okay? 2 black mice and 2 brown mice, okay? This is the phenotype. On the phenotype, you only mention the physical appearance. On genotype, you mention the genetic makeup, okay? Physical appearance, genetic makeup, okay? So the phenotype can be given like this, or you can say you have 50% for black mice, okay? And 50% brown mice. Depending on the question, you can give the ratio of this, okay? If the question says give the ratio, you can say you have 2 is to 2, okay? The ratio is 2 is to 2, or 1 is to 1, okay? When you simplify, okay, we are done. Now, number 3, a true breeding tall plant was crossed with a true breeding short plant using cross-pollination. Tall is dominant over short. 1. Show the possible genotypes and phenotypes of the offspring. 2. Cross 2 offspring and show the possible genotypes and phenotypes. You are going to use this format, okay, from the previous slide. Solution: a true breeding or a purebred, you have to understand that they are talking about a homozygous organism. Okay, so a true breeding tall plant was crossed with a true breeding short plant. Okay, you are not given the letters to use. When you are not given the letters to use, you can use your own letters. In this case, it is best to use the letter T because tall is dominant over short. You must use the same letter. Okay, we are going to use T, a capital letter T for tall and a lowercase t for short. Okay, now 1. Show the possible genotypes and phenotypes of the offspring. Number 2, you are going to cross 2 offspring and show the possible genotypes and phenotypes. Okay, we have 2 questions. So, we start with number 1. We are going to use this format. We have P1 for parent generation. Okay, phenotype is about the physical appearance. So, you are crossing a tall plant and a short plant. So, you have a tall plant, you cross with a short plant. Okay, you can have a cross there. You carry on, you have the genotype. Okay, for the genotype, you are going to mention the genetic makeup. Okay, you have a true breeding, meaning a homozygous, and you are told tall is dominant over short. So we are going to use a capital letter T, an uppercase T for tall. And remember, you have homozygous. So you are going to have 2 capital letters T was crossed with a true breeding short plant. Okay, we are going to use a lowercase t for short. Remember, you are not going to use S. You have to use the same letter because this is one characteristic, which is the height, okay, or the size. This is one characteristic. So this is a true breeding, meaning homozygous. So you are going to have this, okay. Homozygous means two identical alleles. We are done with this question. After crossing a homozygous tall plant and a homozygous short plant, okay, you cross them. Now you have the offspring. Now you are going to take two offspring, you cross them, and show the possible genotypes and phenotypes. So you are going to take your offspring. Now your offspring are going to be your parent. So you are going to have parent generation 2, okay, not P1. You are going to have P2 phenotype. You are using two of these, okay, they are the same. So you are going to have two tall plants, okay. You are going to cross two tall plants, okay. Use your offspring, two of them. You can have a cross there. After you have crossed these ones, you are going to have F2. You are going to have your genotype. You've got one of this, and then two of this, they are the same, okay, and then one of this. You can also write this in percentage depending on the question, okay. So you've got one of this. You are going to calculate the percentage, okay. You are going to have, let me show you, one of this over the total 4, okay, times 100. You are going to have 25%, okay, 25% of this, okay, and you've got two of this. You're going to have two, okay, you're going to have 2 over the total 4 times 100. So you're going to have 50% of this. And then this, you've got 1 of this, 25% of this. Okay. Now, the phenotype, okay, the physical appearance, you've got 3 tall plants. This is heterozygous tall plant. This is homozygous tall plant. This is heterozygous tall plant. Okay, you have 3 tall plants. Okay, physical appearance, 3 tall plants and 1 short plant. You can also write your answer as percentage. Okay, or you have 3 tall plants. Okay, you are going to have 3 over 4, the total number, times 100. You are going to have 75, okay, tall plant. And you have 1 short plant, okay. You are going to have 1 over 4 times 100, which is 25% short plant. You can also give the ratio if you are requested to give the ratio for the phenotype. The ratio is 3:1. 3 for 3 tall plants, 1 for 1 short plant. Okay? So, talking about complete dominance, you are going to have complete dominance in heterozygous condition. Okay? You have complete dominance there. You have complete dominance there. You have complete dominance for this. Okay, we are going to see about complete dominance in part 3 of 12. Okay, for now, we are done.